Splendid.
Man, I was strolling, and I told myself, man, this year I'm spending less time. I'm doing good too, spending less time on social media. But I had some downtime early, and I was strolling. And I think I seen this before, but this lady, she won like 43 million at the casino, and then the casino told her it was a malfunction, and they offered her like a steak dinner.
A steak dinner?
Yeah,
That's all?
that's it. 43 million to a steak dinner. She hit for 43 million in the casino, and they offer her a steak dinner. What would y'all do in that situation? Like,
I'm going to jail, probably.
Is there
they look you in
any?
your face and with a straight face and say, "Nah, that was a malfunction." It's a black lady too.
Is there any legal?
Yeah, I would sue. I would definitely
Any
sue.
legal way that she can like
Prove it.
It has
get
to
her money? Like, I hope she took a picture of it or
Something.
something, because it's gonna be like their word against hers. She need like some evidence.
be. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right.
But initially, I probably would have lost it.
Yeah, I'd have tore all
Yeah, I'd have probably messed myself up.
Somebody would have had a hot steak right on their face.
I'd have tore all that shit up.
I probably would have messed everything up.
Cause imagine the elation that you got upon.
You already started thinking stuff you about to do.
Yeah, the elation you have when that shit. Like, well, I don't know how the casino work, but it alerts you, right?
Yeah, you a loud noise,
Yeah.
like alarm. Depending on how she won it. Like it was a slot or...
You take your little ticket up there.
And he says a malfunction.
43 mil is a lot though at a casino. That
Yeah,
probably
they don't
put them out of
normally
business.
get them. They don't normally have those type of
Yeah,
jackpots.
So it probably was a malfunction. So we had to settle.
I don't
We gonna have
care.
to settle. I don't care either.
I saw it.
Nah, you're not about to know.
I own this casino now,
It's really about to be a malfunction.
so I thought that was absurd. I would like to see what comes about that, and I don't think she. Man, like you said, she don't have no type of evidence. She don't have no recourse, man, and that's sad.
Because as soon as they hit, her mind just went 1,000 places.
She probably doing backflips. You ever seen that episode of Martin where his mama come down,
Oh yeah,
come down the aisle of
yeah.
church? Probably doing one of them.
Yeah. You already naming off stuff you about to pay off, probably.
For sure. Anyway, what we getting into, fellas?
Now I got a couple things I saw that was, in my opinion, absolutely absurd.
Absolutely absurd. That's a
Yeah.
new segment we're gonna do. Absolutely, because we see absurd shit all the time.
Right. It's hard to dodge it nowadays.
Yeah.
Feel me? So first thing I want to bring up to y'all is I saw this young lady post. She said that she was making $100,000 a month on OnlyFans.
I see that.
That's $1.2 million a year. That's a lot of money. And she, for some reason, wanted everybody to know that she only showered 36 times a year.
Yeah, I seen that. She said last year she only bathed 36 times.
A year?
So let's
That year.
before the initial shock though, let's think about this for a second. She said 36 times.
That's not even once a week.
That's 52 weeks in a year, bro. That means she's going several weeks.
She barely bathed a whole month.
Right. Like, it's like twice a month, sometimes 3. That's wild when you really think about it. It's 365 days a year, bro.
And you just
You
throwing that
supposed
around.
to, at the minimum, take 365 showers.
And you showing off that stank?
I mean, she on OnlyFans though, so you can't really.
I mean,
And you can't smell it. Damn. I want to know why that was okay with her.
Good and right.
to say it?
No, why is it okay for her to do it?
No,
and then why would you tell anybody?
Why would you? Yeah, some things you gotta keep to yourself, and that's absolutely one of them.
I think people just be saying shit nowadays, man.
So you don't believe her?
Like,
Where she get
I
that
couldn't
number from?
take 36 baths if I wanted to. Like, you go to the gym, I leave.
Take more than 36
You know
a
that
month.
crevice in between your balls? Like right there above your thigh. That shit
gotta
starts
get
to
that-
develop like
You got to get that cheese up out there.
you skip a couple limbs, you got that shit under your nails.
got a little yeast up on it.
Got some of that burner on it.
Hey, you can't just let that rock out, man.
She got the any. So you know it's
Man,
getting
what is
crazy.
she in there popping that coochie like every day?
That's what I was talking about.
Just juice just dried up. Oh man.
Cause you know,
She making top dollar on
I mean, they paying for that thing. She probably selling her drawers.
she might be. That might be why.
You know they buying them. She put them
know,
in a
but-
Ziploc bag. She is.
can you imagine when they open that Ziploc
Boy.
bag? It's done traveled.
Just think, man.
It's done went through weather. The hot truck.
Talking about it's marinating in the little airlock bag.
Somebody getting them.
If he,
Motherfucker eye roll back in his head.
That's crazy.
Nigga smelling drawers and beating off at the same time. Ugh. Yo, that's a wild.
How do you do that, man? As a woman, it's even more wild because they have menstruation.
You know what? And that's a thing too. I know this is gonna sound what's am I about to say? This is gonna be
Misogynistic,
not misogynistic. It's not fair.
double standard. type
Double
thing.
standard. This is double standard. I think women got to really they really need to take care of themselves more than a man do.
Yeah.
Like they really need to get in there.
I agree. I think most women would agree with that.
They got
sentiment.
stuff going on down there.
a lot of fluids.
Babies come out of there.
Exactly.
Like the humanity.
You got
What are you
your
doing?
monthly.
Yeah. What are you doing?
You got and it's moist. You got moisture down there, and you know.
It's a whole lot of good bacteria, bad bacteria. It's a whole lot of things going on. You gotta take care of that. Your pH balance gonna be off 36 times a year.
That's
is
egregious.
insane.
I want to know. Okay, so she must go 2 weeks,
like
and then
10%.
she'll be like,
Is that 10%?
Is that
I
me?
might need to take a shower.
Is that me?
That's crazy. I hope she was lying. She had to be trolling, man.
Because that's absolutely absurd.
That's
like you
absolutely
said.
Because
absurd.
imagine, think about if she goes to the gym or whatever.
That whole bench stank. They got the sweat on it. She didn't left a little waft air. Damn, that's nasty. All right, so another thing I saw that was absolutely absurd. This was damn absurd. Another young lady saw posted on Twitter that she just came out as trans canine.
What?
The gist of this is she claims that she has relations with her dogs, her canines, and she apparently wants to be one of them. And that's who she has her sexual activity with, her dogs. And she also came out and said she was DJ Academic's ex-girlfriend, and he was all right with all this. That's what she said. Don't know how true any of this stuff is. She might be trolling. I'm thinking people trolling. I'm giving people the benefit of the doubt, man.
Canine.
Ain't that illegal?
I was
That's
about to say,
bestiality.
I was. That's a crime, man.
Yeah, that's illegal, right?
It's bestiality. Yeah.
So you can't. Why would she admit to doing it? That's why I think she got to be trolling, man. Anything for attention nowadays, you know.
Yeah, I think so because that is absurd.
She posted a picture of two of her dogs. These was some big dogs. These was like two cane corsos or something. They was big. Talking about some they can run a train on me. Those are her exact words, quote unquote. They can run a train on me. That's what she said.
Jesus, take the This
What is going on,
getting
man?
out of hand, man.
People like that's
But you
not
know,
true.
people do that.
Yeah,
People
there's
do
been
that.
arrested. There's people who have been. I've seen headlines, not this year or last year, but in the past, of people getting arrested for having sex with animals. This dude died. I think it was a dude. It might have been a woman. Died from getting penetrated by a horse.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, a horse joint like
Yeah, the horse is
Whole
like,
arm.
it's one of me.
It's a
that
whole
motherfucker
arm.
be to the ground.
Yeah, got a whole arm.
Why would you even try that? What would in your? I can't even wrap my mind around some of this stuff. What would make you even think, hey, I want to try that?
Boredom. I think some people just
Bored.
be so bored.
I ain't never been that bored.
Hey, look, man. It's back when I used to watch the PORN. There be women on there with horse dildos.
They do, and they look like them too. That's weird.
That's super weird.
They be big too.
Super weird.
They be like, they look like it. That's really weird. Like who? Like okay, the company. First of all, you wrong for making it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like who
And then you went in there and saw it and said, yeah, let me try that.
you think of this horse?
It be like off colored. Like why did you? And it be like look like my arms.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like where you gonna put that at?
Putting them in them. That OF girl who don't bathe, she probably
Swallow that old boy.
riding that horse. They probably smell the same.
For you to be able to come out and tell everybody you trans K9,
Like some stuff,
That's
bro.
wild.
Like what's nothing sacred anymore, man. Like like it's
For
certain-
attention.
Yeah, it's like I'm not. It's no shame anymore. It's some stuff I just wouldn't tell people. Yeah, I say crazy shit on here, but y'all know me. I just be. But it's certain shit I'm just not gonna
Yeah.
say just for attention. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is crazy to me. Like nobody has any shame. It's no decorum anymore.
No, they really don't care.
Shit is wild. It's wild out here. That's why I think like you do. I tend to think like you do. Like people be trolling, but then again,
I
nah,
don't know.
nah.
Because
you
I
see
know that people do people do that in real life.
Yeah, and you see people who who are supposed to be back in the day. You looked at politicians or authority figures as if they had some type of regality or something. You know what I'm saying? They hold themselves to a different esteem.
Yeah. They was
Now, them people are the ones saying and doing the crazy shit. Like you look at some of these politicians, you be
Bruh.
like, yo, what the fuck is what is
they put it right in your
talking
face.
about?
Hey, okay, another absolutely absurd. I just thought about, you know, it was that politician just this past I forgot what state he was in. He put a real porn out on, I don't know, I guess on Pornhub or something. Well, he was having sex with a sex worker.
Yeah,
and he said he was
sex
pro-life.
positivity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he put the porn, it was a full production porn. He a politician, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that?
It's
Don't even care.
there's no boundaries no more, man. It's like
This is me.
do what thou wilt.
This is me. What you gonna do?
Biblical shit. Like if you really look at it, it's like you do what thou wilt for real. Like
It's getting like that, ain't it?
mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Well, you know what though? I think that's where that can't be. If that was the doctrine, we ain't gonna survive that.
No, we're not. It don't work like
We
that.
can't. We need order. We need some structure.
It don't work like that. You gotta have some type of order. And people try to be everything but who they're supposed to be. Trans, this and that, and I ain't gonna get into all that.
K9.
But shit's getting weird.
People running out of things to do. They ready to test the water. Got to be. I mean, come on. Sex with an animal.
They doing that that other thing too. I ain't gonna even get into that, man. It's gonna get too. It's weird out here, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, anyway, man. Hey, y'all ever caught any backshot wind? No.
Not in my recent years, man. I was a young man when I had caught some back shot win.
Back shot win ain't got to be stank though.
I mean, well,
You can catch some
I have caught the essence.
some floral essence.
Yeah, I didn't caught the essence. I didn't caught the other one too. Though. yeah.
But in the instance we're talking about,
Yeah. Back when you was younger, hopefully not this grown right there.
at this age, you don't be supposed to be catching no back shot win.
But you ever had to shut your whole brain off while you was trying to do
You gotta
something?
turn your whole head.
No, I'm talking about like just the thoughts. You just got to like shut the whole brain down. Well, this ain't about to happen. Like, oh my God. I can't. I got to just be about to blink out for a second.
But you know,
You look down at the little crack, be a little ashy right there. There you catch your back shot with.
Tissue balls.
Now you know. Whoa, buddy. I don't know about that one. I ain't never seen that.
But you know you done left the club and caught that back shot win.
When I was younger, man.
That's what I'm saying. When you was young,
When I was younger.
When I was younger, I think that the younger girls, they still learn themselves. I'm gonna give them some grace.
Yeah.
They trying to figure it out.
but right now at the age we are now, you don't supposed to be.
That was like, man, that had to be when I was like under 25 when that happened with me.
Early 20.
Because this age.
No, it's not acceptable. That's how you are now. If that's the case still, you just you.
Because you know what's about to happen.
What you mean just you just dirty?
Yeah, you
The
just a
OF
dirty
girl,
person.
Like that OF lady. She got some crazy back shot win probably.
She ain't getting no back shot.
She what that man that don't probably smell like blue cheese.
That thing is heavily sold. It's heavily sold. Ain't no back shot in nothing.
It seems like when you in that line of work, like your hygiene should be like the top
be the
of
cleanest.
you should be like your A1.
Super duper.
Especially if you working with other people.
Super
I don't know what she does. I ain't never seen her work.
Right, she might just
Might
be
she
straight
be there
solo.
by herself. I don't know, but still, if she in there by herself, I know she catching it.
But you don't got no man.
I mean, I don't know.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like
She right. She got a lot of money.
A man might be cool with it.
mm,
You don't need dudes be into some
weird
weird stuff.
Yeah.
Fetish, stank fetish.
Especially you talking about paying for them draws. Come on now.
Can I get your soiled panties?
Them things come USPS.
Express.
Bruh, I done heard of women that'll be like, I had to wear the same underwear for 2-3 days without showering and then put them in the bag because that's how they want them.
I seen like a little, I don't know if it was on Vice, but yeah, I seen something like that where ladies was selling their panties because, make you money.
2 to 3 days.
Might be longer than that. They want to get the.
Oh, Miss 36 got to be long.
They want a discharge on it.
All right, man.
What has happened?
After these messages, absolutely absurd, man.
Can I say on my drawers? Why they don't never? Hey yo, why is that not a thing?
Selling your
Man.
boxer briefs.
Yeah,
Nah, nobody want no men.
with a little dick cheese on it.
Hey.
Got a little pre on there.
Some skids.
Hey.
We be back. Hey, yo, what's happening? Check this out. This episode of the Legend Has It podcast is brought to you by legendaryvisionaries.com. That's right, legendaryvisionaries.com. Head on over there, check us out. You can listen to and watch the podcast via links. Also, we have merch for sale. Tees, crews, hoodies. Go on over there, get yourself something, get your loved ones something. Got everything for your fashion needs. If you want to look as fresh as my homeboy Bo right here in this picture, head on over to legendaryvisionaries.com. Either way, we appreciate you. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. We are back. Yeah. All right, man. What's happening? Was talking off mic about the AI. It seems like we talk about AI a lot on this podcast, or do we?
I don't know about on the podcast.
Oh, okay. Well, I might be mistaken, but I think Randy, you was talking about the state of AI in the future. Not just the future, the present, like what's going on right now with the AI, the chat, GPT is what it's called. That's what it's called?
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in that realm. If y'all not aware of it, you should get aware of it because it's getting kind of spooky out here, and it's a good thing, and it's going to be a bad thing for a lot of people. But if you get in early and if you can get in where you fit in, it can be beneficial.
Very beneficial.
Very beneficial. You know, that's what we about to slide in, see where we fit in at. But what do y'all think about that, man? Y'all think it's ultimately, do y'all think it's gonna be advantageous or more detrimental to society and to people in general? Because it's gonna come in. It's gonna take
It's gonna affect a lot of people.
A lot of entry level jobs, some mid level jobs is gonna get out of here. But if you're knowledgeable in your field and you're savvy enough, it can benefit you. So what do you think? What do y'all think about that? Like as far as like the benefits and the detriment?
Well, for me, I feel like it's going, like I said, I feel like it's going to be a detriment for a lot of people because it's going to send a lot of people home and unemployment, looking for different things to do. Because I had seen on one thing where they was already testing this like pizza joint while they was making pizzas. Nobody was there, just machines just making pizza.
Yeah. They got robots delivering food. They got whole restaurants run by robots. Like you just walk in and you order what you want.
So I think it's gonna be detrimental for a lot, but like I said, and I think it's gonna help a lot of people too. Like you said, if you get in on it early and have your name in the bid doing this type of thing, I think you can make a lot of money with it. In certain things, not all things.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be more detrimental though.
Think it's gonna be more detrimental overall?
You think so?
I do.
I don't know if it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be. Here's the thing, man. Humans are
adaptable.
Adapt. Yeah, it's in us to adapt. You either adapt or you die.
But that's what I'm saying. They like the older people and.
Yeah, but I think it's always been that. It's always been some new technology, some new shit that came, and people was like, "Oh man, it's gonna be the end of the world."
Beginning of time.
Yeah, this gonna be is it. And
you think about the first time they saw electricity. Imagine what they said when electricity came about.
Right.
So electricity came about. That means that the people that made candles,
they said this is the devil.
Oh man,
electricity is the devil. They
we
probably
can't
said
make
that.
candles for nobody no more. They don't need them.
Yeah,
but you need candles.
I mean, I'm saying, but
they found another use for them.
Yeah, but one thing come along, you have to adapt to the new technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when they made cars, they put the horse people out of business pretty much, right? They started making anyway, I ain't going through history, but this same thing's been happening against the beginning of time.
Again and again, you gotta adapt, and then I think it's how you adapt. How do you? Nothing is constant except change, is what they say, right? That's the only constant, change.
It is. I ain't never
right?
heard it like that, but it is true.
I'm probably saying it wrong, but that's the only constant. Like that's the only thing that's gonna
That's what
really
you're
be
saying.
constant in your life is change. If you stubborn to change, you're gonna fall by the wayside. That's why businesses fall to the side, like Blockbuster. They could have got in on the Netflix thing, but they were stubborn. Okay, Netflix said, all right, fuck out of here then. And you see what happened. They didn't want to change. It's always going to be change. You got to be adaptable, especially in business. And as humans, I think people learn to adapt. We always be like, man, we get in our comfort zone, and it's like, man, I ain't doing that. But you either got to adapt with it or you're going to get left by the wayside. And that's just how this shit go, especially in a capitalistic society.
That's that one.
Yeah.
Because like the whole point of engineers in any field, no matter what kind of engineer you are, your job is to make things faster and more convenient. And that's
efficient.
your whole job.
Yeah, more efficient.
So that's what's gonna constantly keep happening. So whoever came up with these AI, machine learning, whatever. So how it work is they taking all these billions of data, right? And they analyzing this data so when you put in a request, it's taking it and giving you back pieces of all that data they got to make almost a perfect answer to give you back, right?
And it's constantly learning.
Right. So it's learning from the questions that you ask, and it's learning from other stuff that people putting all over the internet. So it's unlimited amounts of information going to the thing. Now, how you combat that? I don't know the answer to that. The only downside I see is when you got like AI that's, I don't need a teacher. What I need a teacher for, and I can ask this AI the answer to what I need to know, right? When you got an AI that,
Because
most of the time you got stuff like, when I say like cars and then like electricity, that makes more jobs. You got to have an electric plant. You got to have people that make cars. It makes other jobs for people. AI, on the other hand, kind of don't do that.
It takes it away. It makes
Right.
it simpler.
Yeah, it wipes it out.
Simplifies everything, so you don't need as much manpower.
That's the downside too.
But also, it's another downside to that is the AI lacks nuance, where humans have nuance. See what I'm saying? Like humans have the soul. AI doesn't have a soul, so it doesn't. It's either black or white with the AI.
This way or that way.
Yeah, it's no middle ground. Humans can have a middle ground.
All right,
We can see the benefit in certain things that the AI can't. It's either this or that. They weigh the options. It's either this or that, and it could be way on one side more detrimental to people than the other side.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
off of that, you said about the nuance, right? So I just seen is they introduced a lawyer AI bot, whatever it is.
They got a lawyer.
It's a lawyer. I don't know.
Anybody
everything
hired this
about it.
lawyer? Is it a criminal lawyer? Is it a?
I don't know exactly what it does, but I'm guessing. Like you said, they don't have no nuance. They ain't like lawyers where you can just get one and be like on a murder trial. I'm pretty sure that because you got to think about the human element and they go into like a trial. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of
work
variables.
going. Yeah, it's a lot of work going to that.
Now I'm not sure because I haven't read up on it. I just seen like a list of all the AI bots that they had out like now. It's like 10 of them. I think it just deal with like citations. So like maybe you get a speed ticket or
A little basic stuff.
like
baby.
civil stuff like that. I'm guessing. I don't know. But the human element, you need a human element in something like that. I don't think you can get any way around it. So like if it's something like that, I can see it dealing with small stuff, like asking it simple legal questions, but not nothing like you on a trial for your life or nothing.
Yeah, because
I wouldn't
like
think
you
that.
said, it's nuance, and robots don't have nuance. It's
So
like,
y'all don't think it'll ever get to that?
it could get to
It
that.
could, but I wouldn't. I see, like you got to have nuance stuff like that, and it's gonna be white or black. It ain't no gray.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't sit here and you know how you go to trial and these big trials, they be like, oh, you got to dress a certain way, you got to Your face got to be looking a certain way. You looking at people, you got to have an emotional connection with people in the trial. Like
Right.
it's people on. It might be something you did that might be wrong,
Be able
but
to
they might
read.
let you off because they have an emotional. They feel like you did it just to maybe defend yourself,
Yeah.
or they did it because you whatever.
Robot ain't gonna
AI
be able
ain't gonna know that.
It's not gonna sense that. It's not gonna sense the emotion. It's not gonna
Yeah,
sense
the feeling.
sense the body language. It's not gonna sense none of that. It's just gonna be right or wrong.
Straight now.
You know what I'm saying? The AI, they had the AI scenario that I've seen where we kill this amount of people to save this amount of people. What is gonna be beneficial? And the AI is gonna just go off black and white. Whereas humans would be like, nah, man, they gonna be more emotional about it. See,
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm not expressing it the right way. I'm at a loss for words with the example, but you see what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying.
So I don't know, man. I think it can be beneficial. It's gonna if you like you said, if you get in where you fit in, it'll be beneficial. But I think most people are gonna be blindsided by it. They going to their job right now thinking that they job, because it ain't like how it used to be. Our parents and grandparents, they went to a plant and they retired from that plant and got a stipend.
Yeah, it's not like that no more.
It ain't like that no more. You can go in tomorrow and they can say, hey man, hey, guess what, man? We just we hired Elon Musk to create this AI
like you
system.
said, it's all about capitalism. And you got to think about this. All these companies, it's still early, right? But once it's gonna be somebody, the one of they big wigs, whoever the people that like handle the real business of these big companies.
Or a young mind, a young
It
guru.
probably be one of them. Be like, hey, you know how we can save money?
Cut
You know how
workers.
in this department we got like 2,000 people working in this department? If we get this AI to do the inventory and to do I don't know, the bookkeeping for this.
Or drive the forklifts, get
Yeah.
the automated forklifts.
That's all about
We
that.
don't have no forklift drivers. We can
take
fire
these-
all them niggas.
Look, we can take the 2,000 people department, we can cut that down to 200. Oh yeah, we can save all these million. Yeah, let's do that. That's gonna be the issue. That's gonna be a big problem, and there ain't nothing we can really do to stop that. Cause they find a way to save some money, they gonna do it.
They gonna do it.
There ain't no stopping that.
Because that's the bottom line. Money
Right.
is the bottom
so
line.
there's no reason why you wouldn't do it.
Companies, they whole thing is they'll get great results this year. And next year they looking to beat those great results.
Exactly. It's never good enough.
Yeah, it's never
Never.
good enough. Oh, we got these results, then we can do one better.
We can go a little lower.
Like what? What about inflation? They don't even factor in inflation. They don't even factor in none of that shit. They just know they got these results. This bottom line, this could have been an anomaly. But next year we shooting to get better than this. They gonna keep doing that, and that's the nature of capitalism. And so AI is gonna make that all easier. And humans, regular people who aren't into tech, who don't even give a fuck about tech, or who aren't on computers, who don't look at social media, who aren't in the know, they're gonna be blindsided.
Especially if they in a job they don't even know that AI could take over.
Yeah, they're not
They
even
gonna
thinking
be
about
like,
it.
what is this? What happened? How did this get here?
Not
If
even
you
thinking
in the
about
know, then you already see this coming, so you better go ahead and move accordingly. The people over there that's at the headquarters, they know what's about to
it.
happen.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna tell you till it's too late.
No, they gon'
Because they want to keep morale.
they got to until they don't need you no more.
So
So now we gonna go ahead and do this. We about to make a bunch of money with less people. All we got to do, you know what's gonna happen though? The person that's running the AI for their company, they gonna be making a bag.
yeah, because
They gonna be making money.
they put themselves in a position. They seen it
Exactly.
coming.
Oh yeah, let me go. I'm gonna be your the person that point of contact for all this AI stuff we got set up. Might have a little team, maybe like 10 people.
Yeah, this shit break down.
We got 10 people to handle something that 5,000 was doing.
It's getting crazy out here, man. And it's just not even like with jobs, it's trickling down to any aspect of your life, man. You see the cars, they being
Cars are
driven.
definitely.
You even see like sex partners, man. You see guys, and they have like I think you said like what 10
Got
years.
a sex
robots.
prediction in the next 10 years,
Gonna
people will
be
having,
human like.
Right, they gonna be having sex with sex robots. They said in the next 10 years.
And shit, the sex robot ain't got a bathe at all, so you know it's gonna be popping. That
No.
back wind, that AI back wind gonna be lovely.
But you know what's crazy though? If you really think about it, you gonna be able to like probably from your phone, put in boop boop, hit a look. Oh, I want a Latina today, or let me get a white girl today. They just gonna be talking. The language is gonna be like whatever
you talking
want
about
it to be.
your whole robot? You could just change your profile.
Change the whole profile up.
You seen the
whatever I'm feeling today.
You seen the BMW, the new BMWs, the AI joints where they can change the color of the car, whatever color you want.
No, I haven't seen that.
Off a button,
but I heard.
Yeah, the BMW can be whatever color you want on any day you want it to be. That's the technology they got now, right? So, what you was saying right there. Yeah, the AI robots you can have like
change
whatever you wanted to.
You probably can get the inflation in the give it a little bit more ass, take a little bit of that out, add a little bit, take a little bit out. You want a B cup, C cup? Pump them up a little bit, take a little bit out.
Man, it's supposed to be real, feel real.
I guess, man. I don't know.
It's gonna get to that.
10 years, they go engineers.
Yeah, it's gonna get to that. It's gonna get to that.
I don't think. I know us.
Y'all heard the transhumanism shit. We talked about the trans K9s, but transhumanism. Look that up. It's gonna get to that. That's where they going with it.
I know us black folks. We have a lack of participation or a lack. I'm gonna say a lack of participation in like the tech world,
in STEM
in general, right?
I don't say.
It is though.
You think it's a lack?
No, it is.
It is okay
by far. But these engineers out here that get paid all this money, I don't think people realize why or what they do or how much money they get paid. They get paid all that money for a reason.
They get paid that money because what I don't know, well you know, problem solving.
They solve real world problems and they making your life what it is today.
Problem solving. That's what they get paid money for. It's like your coding is problem solving. Like engineers, engineers. Well, engineers ain't even coding for the.
I'm talking about like electrical engineers, civil engineers.
They solve problems. It's problem solving. So they get paid for problem solving for the most part. And it's a big bag in problem solving. Like if you got a problem, like I would advise people, if you want to start a business, solve the problems that you have in your life and then try to generate some type of income off of that. That's off a tangent, but that's kind of like,
you got that problem.
Somebody else got that problem. That's why, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so if you want to start a business, for all my young people out there or anybody, figure out where you having an issue at and try to solve that problem and then monetize it, because somebody else has that same issue. I guarantee you. And it ain't got to be nothing really major. It can be simple. Simplify it. Mm-hmm. Solve your problem, monetize it. Anyway, getting back to the AI, it's coming, man. It's here. Like you,
slowly but surely.
It's here. That shit is here.
Yeah, it's here.
It's here right now.
Very prevalent.
And
they got people right now that's in a rage about the amount of jobs that this AI can take, bro. They are upset. And you got you used to be able to commission an artist to do some work.
You
can just go in here and type a few words and it give you exactly what you asked for.
You don't got to now.
That's taking a lot of people's jobs, man. People that used to design like websites.
Yeah, if you need something, you can get it, especially at the base level. Like if you just need to get your foot in the door on something, you can go to the AI and it'll give you the answers right now how to do that.
And that's kind of depressing.
It is, because
Like I went and studied this skill for so many years.
You and me,
here.
you and me both.
So now you could just
Type it in.
do my job in 30 seconds, as good as I ever could.
I actually, well, yeah, you wanted alluded to that, but like I said, I was studying coding. I am, but just to see like AI be able to do that, like what I'm studying, putting hours into to learn, and maybe there's some nuance there, but I don't know it good enough to know what type of nuance needs to be done. It's discouraging. It's like, yo, you see, oh damn, this AI done like that.
That's what
it takes hours to code, bro.
Dude,
to get something simple.
That's what I was saying earlier. That's detrimental to you though.
Hours. I'm putting hours of work, and then AI, you type in the same shit with the AI, they give it to you right then and there, and it's like, yo, what the fuck am I doing this
what
for?
have I done all this time?
So
it's like if you ain't already in it, there's
but
really no point. You like it's almost no point in you even trying to get in because it's like.
Nah, I wouldn't even say that because it's all about your perspective. So I could look at it and be depressed about it, or I can look at it and say, let me use it.
Use it to your advantage.
To my advantage. Let me see how. Let me use it. Let me use it to make my coding better.
Use it to make just use it.
Yeah.
If they can use it, you can use it. Right?
True.
Maybe. All right. So check this out. If you went into it, you don't know how to code that well, and you know something that can do it. Shit, I don't need to know how to code. I just ask this motherfucker to do it, and then we get what we trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? You just got to get in early, man. Get in where you fit in.
And get in where you fit in. That's the bottom line, man. A lot of times, it's gonna take some trial and error. I think that's the issue with a lot of people. They don't want to put in the time and the trial and the error that's gonna come with solving some of these problems that we have. But if you're willing to do that, you can probably make something substantial, life-changing even, with using what you got and using what the AI got. And it's gonna be interesting, man, the next 5 to 10 years out here, man. We either gonna sink or swim. It's cause it's getting scary. I will say this though. God is still God. And I'm gonna leave it at that. We'll be back. All right, man. Let's close this on out, man. How y'all feeling? Y'all still here with me?
Yeah.
It's crazy what Georgia did at TCU, ain't it? Anyway.
Molly whopped them. They weren't even supposed to be out there.
Hey, what we was talking about off camera, man. So far we had back when the AI. We wanted to touch on though. We was talking off camera about moving away from your core family. You know, if you grew up in a small town, or if you just grew up around your family, period, and if you move away, do you feel obligated to reach back and contribute to the family, or how does that work? Not even obligated. How does that work when you like move away? You know, with us, like I was telling y'all, you know, as I'm getting older, I know my parents, they getting older. And at some point, someone gonna have to give. That's life. I'm thinking about that now, right? My mom, my father, stepfather, you know, they start to get older. How do I help them? Am I prepared to help them? Then when you're dealing with, if you got a significant other, you know,
how's that all coming?
How does that come together? Their parents might get older, and you, like, how does that work? How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all ever think about that? Do y'all ever think about having to like be the sole provider? You know, you've been raised by your parents, and they gave you the best guidance they could give you. How do you reciprocate that as you get older and as they get older? or do you feel obligated to reciprocate that?
I mean, me personally, I think about that a lot. But given my parents and how close, I mean, they're not gonna tell me they need me, right? They gonna make sure they can do everything absolutely to the last of their will,
Independent of you.
independently.
But sometimes you don't have to say it. Sometimes it don't have to be said. Sometimes
don't.
it's a given where you don't have to say it. Something, God forbid, knock on wood, stuff happens, and
And they need,
yeah,
yeah.
you're gonna need it whether you want it or not. It's like you need it. And how does that play out? How does that play out in your mind? Or if you dealing with like you said, a significant other, they might have family members. You might not even be prepared to take on what they got going on. How does that work, man? Like, that's some adult shit that you got to deal with.
It's some real adult shit that people really gonna have to deal with.
Are you prepared for that?
Me personally, I've been through it. Like when I was married, I've been through the situation where I had to live with the significant other's parents.
You live with them and they live with you.
But they live with me. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We had our situation
That's
going
the difference,
on.
though.
Yeah, we had that situation going on, but, mother felt hard times and had to come live with us, right? At the time, I really didn't have an issue with it because I know if the shoe was on the other foot,
she would do the same.
She would do the same. I mean, and that we hit that type of balance, right?
Right.
It's hard. It is because it puts a different strain on your relationship. It really does.
It throws the balance off.
It throws the balance off.
You and your other. I've dealt with
because you don't have that same type of privacy, that same type of just you and your other, like y'all having a routine. It's not the same because now you got to encounter somebody else and their needs, right? And their needs might be really more important than your needs.
I've dealt with that too. I was, in the past, I've dealt with that. And it does throw off the balance of your relationship, whether you cognizant of it or not.
It does.
Sometimes like you might not even be realize what it does to your relationship, but it does something to your relationship because now it was just us in this house with whoever was in this household.
It could have just been us.
And now it's somebody on the outside and they do things a little different and we got to account for that.
But you're going to make it work.
Yeah, but I think what I'm more so talking to, I'm talking to that too, but another point I'm talking to is, or talking about is what happens when you have no choice. Like they falling on hard times and then just being, not being able to take care of yourself are kind of a little different.
Hey, yo, let me add some sauce on this right quick. You know how you was talking about, like, your significant other parent might move into your crib for a bit. Like, how do you supposed to know, like, when the expiration date is going to be on that? Because you don't know if they might be on their last leg and they might pass soon, or they could be like, they could live for another 10, 15 years.
I think that's what I was saying. Like, yo, if, like, being down and out, being in hard times, and then being like
on your last
breath. Being sick or needing somebody to help take care of you are two different things. So how do you navigate those two? Like I've been in the position where somebody needed help and I brought them in, but then like having to deal with somebody that really needs you to take care of them is something totally different. Like at this point I don't know if I'm prepared for that, but
I ain't been through that.
Thinking about it, I should prepare myself for that. Hopefully
we
it don't.
all probably should.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like hopefully it don't happen, but it could happen
Okay,
at
well,
any
okay.
moment.
So look though, what would your steps be? Because you don't live near your parents. So like in someone's situation where their parents might have need your help because you're their kid. Now it's your well, I guess you would say your responsibility to help them out. What steps would you take? Like, would you move towards them? Would you move them towards you? Or would you take the option of like assisted living for them or something like that?
I don't know, man. I would try to avoid assisted living at any cost, in any way I could. At this point, if I'm being honest, I'm not totally prepared for any of that. But I would probably try to move them to me.
What if they
to be
like
convenient
they
for
still
me?
might be adamant like they don't want to do that. They might want to stay in their space.
Yeah, see, I don't know what would happen with that.
Old people get real like set in their
Set
ways, and they don't.
That's true.
I'm used to this, and this is what I like, and I don't want to move where you stay. I don't want to stay in your house.
But what if he providing?
That's what I'm saying. If I'm providing, you really have no. It's really my choice at that point, because if I'm providing for you, I have to make a living where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that would have to be the call. I know it would be hard on the other party, but that would probably have to be the move. You see what I'm saying? If I could move to them and it doesn't affect anything else I got going on, you know what I'm saying? You got to look at it. I got a child, significant other. I got to take them into account also.
Yeah, they gotta move.
Yeah. So I can't just disregard them. So, I mean, I think it's a great conversation, because I think people don't really think about it until it happens to
Until
them.
it happens, and they
I've
gotta make a move.
Yeah, and I've seen this go in my family. I've seen this happen in my family on more than one occasion, where things get shook up because somebody falls ill or they close to their demise and they need to be taken care of, and people have to rearrange their lives because of it. And it's an obligation there, because you was raised by that person. They raised you.
Let me throw another something on that. So say for instance, like you got both your parents. They stay wherever they stay at. You might not stay near them. One of them gets sick, but you can't just move both of your parents. The other parent might need help taking care of your other parent.
So you saying one of them gets sick, but the other one is good, but they still need
Good, but they need your
some
help
assistance
to like deal with. Maybe they both real old.
See, man.
So say if your mama and your daddy stay somewhere else, and then your daddy gets sick, and your mama can't do the stuff that, like, she can't help him use the bathroom. She can't, like, cause she old too.
Yeah.
She gotta like he might be in a wheelchair or something. She can't move him around like that. So she need your help. You can't move both of them where you at. And she gonna need some help, like dealing with him. Now you got a whole nother predicament on your hand.
Bring up some valid points, man. I don't know. I don't know how I would handle that, man. I don't know how. Sometimes I think, I don't know, until you get to that point. I don't think you know.
Maybe like, okay, so what about hiring like a nurse to come in and check on them at their crib? That's another option.
That's
we
an
ain't
option.
say that.
But I don't be trusting them nurses.
Right.
I don't really be
But
trusting.
if you can't do it,
yeah, if you can't,
it's like if you find a babysitter.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to find somebody that you got. I mean, that work for you. You know what I'm saying?
because look, we talked about it off camera. You know, if you get somebody, let's say if you got a sibling doing it and they in the spot that you're not. I'm here. I'm from Georgia. My siblings in Georgia. I'm in North Carolina though. my sibling is taking care of that, and it's gonna breed some animosity because they taking care of it and they feel like you should be helping, right? Because you off living your life, and then they taking care of your mother or father.
What can you do about that?
You could do, I don't know what you. In their eyes, you could do a lot. You could probably like
Go home more.
uproot your goddamn life and come
Do
help.
what you gotta do.
Come help. But
I guess you could do that.
yeah, but in your minds, like,
That's
yo,
not
I
an
got a
option for
whole
a lot of
other
people.
family. I
Yeah.
got my wife looking at me crazy because we got a whole livelihood, and then we got kids, and you know what I'm saying? Like that, all that shit plays in, takes a.
I think
Takes
at
a toll
that
on
point, I'm gonna come home when I can, and I'm gonna send money as much as I can. Like that's what I can do. I don't know about uprooting, and I got to stop what I'm doing. I mean, that sound bad, but I don't know if I could do that.
That's some real conversation though, because
is.
that happens. I've seen that happen where people feel like you should be obligated, and in a sense, you do have an obligation. But when you get older, your parents did raise you to leave the nest and have a family of your own. So when you do have that core and that family of your own, it takes precedent over everything else. You know, when you got a wife, you got like, yo, it takes precedent. This is my family now. Like, you still my family, but I can only, like, I can't. This shit sounds crazy. I don't want it to sound
bad.
I don't want to sound insensitive, because my mother, I know for a fact I'm doing everything I can, like, for my mother. But when you got somebody like that's your ride or die beside you, it's other variables to take into account, and that can be hard on both ends of the equation. So what do? Especially when you're out of state. You live on the other side of the country or a few states away. Wherever you live at, you're not right there where you can just pull up and lend a hand, helping hand. For you to lend a helping hand, you gotta go out of your way to lend that helping hand. Yeah. And that's hard. And it's something that we should think about, man. Like wills.
Yeah.
And as black men, I don't know if we think about that a lot. We just think we gonna live forever sometimes, or don't even think about it. Not even that we gonna live forever. We just don't think about them type of scenarios. That's why I say it's a good conversation to have.
Good deal.
Because somebody's gonna resent you. If you got siblings and they taking care of it, they gonna resent you for living your life, and they feel like they ain't living.
And they here doing, taking care of whoever.
So, and then when it come down to it, like, your parent, like a will, your parents done wrote you in the will, and you get a certain percentage. Then the sibling that's been taking care of them, they got a whole nother percentage, and they looking at you like,
you ain't even been here.
You ain't do nothing for me.
Yeah, you ain't do nothing.
Y'all feel some type of way about it?
What you mean?
Would you feel some type of way?
If I was the one taking
say
care?
For instance, okay, so you got a brother. Say for instance, your mother, your parents left you a will, left their will, and they gave your brother or your other sibling more or all than you got. They gave them all of it, or gave them more than you got.
What was I doing? I was saying my scenario was they gave me more.
No, I'm talking
And you
about.
wasn't
Or they
taking care
gave
of
me an equal share, and they was taking care of them. So now they looking at me crazy.
No, I'm saying like from your POV, and you live out of state. You ain't really there, but you do as much as you can from where you at. And they left the other kid, your brother or your sister, like all of whatever they had, because they feel like, I guess, they took care of them in their last days. You feel some type of way about it.
They was there more than me.
Yeah, they was there like every day.
They was there every day. Not that you didn't do nothing, but they was there every day. I would feel some type of way, but
You have to understand it.
I would probably understand.
I think I would too.
I would probably I would understand.
I wouldn't be in my feelings about it.
But I've seen people in their feelings about that whole
I can see
that whole
how
type
you.
of thing.
I mean, me personally, I wouldn't be in my feelings, but I can see how somebody
yeah,
could.
I've seen people in their feelings about that whole type of thing. So I get it.
Look at it. Think about it like this: you might call, you might send money, you might come in once a month or every other month when you can.
But you're not there every
But
day.
you got somebody that's with them every day, getting them groceries, giving them baths, feeding them, taking care of their bills, taking them to their doctor's appointments. They doing all this every day.
Bathing them.
That's all they doing it
Taking
every
them
day.
to the
Now
restroom.
that right there, some things money can't buy. You know
Waking
what
up
I'm saying?
in the middle of the night.
And then your mother or your father, they only feel comfortable around this person because they know how to deal with them. I don't want nobody else around. I don't want nobody to do this because I'm already like this, and this child knows how to take care of me like I like. This ain't money can't buy that.
Yeah, I agree. Me personally, I might feel a certain type of way, but I would keep it to myself. I would understand. But I've seen, like I said, I've seen it where it goes, it left. It goes left.
Think about like that really might trigger something in you too though. So like maybe you feel like, so in my parents' end days, they felt like I ain't do enough or nothing for
I
them.
wasn't there.
That's kind of that'll make me feel the type way. I don't care about the money part so much. I'm talking about like the fact
How
they
they
think
feel.
that I ain't care about them in their
Yeah.
last days. That would mess me up.
Yeah, I get that. I get it on both ends. I understand it. Like I said, I've seen it. I've seen it. I witnessed it. And I just hope that I can find the fine line to skate on, you know, when that time comes. If it comes, you know. It's inevitable either way. Either I'm gonna pass away or they gonna pass away first, you know. So hope that I can be of assistance, but you always as a man, as an individual, you gotta weigh your options. You gonna have, if you got your own core family, and even if you're not where you wanna be, it's probably easy if you fucking well off. But if you're not well off and you still striving to be who you want to be, and you got a family to feed, and you got like say for instance you got a newborn coming in this world in a couple months, right? I don't know if you wanted the people to know that. I'm sorry if you did.
I already said.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you know, like, what takes precedence? The newborn, or like having to like stress yourself out? You stressing the mother of your child out because, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, knock on wood, like nothing that happens, but you gotta weigh those options. And I'm not like trying to denigrate anybody. It's just, as a man, you gotta weigh those options. What takes precedence over one or the other?
Man, look, that's hard to answer, but all I can say is, man, you have to just deal with it the best way you can. Like, whatever you think is the best way you handle this, do that. I ain't gonna say there's no right or no wrong way to do it.
But
whatever at the time
people on the
you
outside
feel,
looking in might think it's a right or wrong way.
It is. It's
You know?
always gonna be somebody got opinion about how you do things.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever feel right in your heart at the time, man, I guess just say do that. I don't know. Ain't no right or wrong answer to that. You got to choose. Like, I don't know about that.
Sometimes
I'm gonna try to do the most I can for both.
Yeah, you do the best you can. You right. You do the best you can. Do the best
That's
you
all
can.
you really can ask for.
Do the best you can.
This is my last little scenario. So say for instance you got a sibling, they've been taking care of the day to day with your parent. Then it come time where your parent might be really sick, and it's like a doctor's telling you to make a decision. the other sibling know they been with your parent from day to day, and they say, I know what they wanted. But you come in, your feelings, you ain't been around like that, so nah, we ain't doing that. What do y'all think should be like it just happens. Somebody come in like, nah, we're not doing that, but this person been there with them day to day, like, nah, I know what they want to do, and that's what need to happen.
It shit get deep, man. I think the person but then you never. There's a lot of variables.
But that person that's been there from day to day, they got to have the
seem
upper
like
hand.
they would give them like more say
They
to
got the
me.
upper hand, man.
Yeah, but they could have an ulterior motive.
Man, maybe. Well, I'm talking about somebody. I ain't talking about somebody doing that. I'm talking about somebody that really care about it.
Oh, okay. Well, then they should. They probably should have.
But then you might come in, you ain't seen your parent like that, and you know they about to be on like, this is it. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to let that go, but now you don't want to let it go because you ain't been around.
Right.
This person been there. They know what your parent been through. They like, yo,
they've been suffering.
Yeah, this ain't it. Like they don't want that no more. And that when the feelings get messed up, like I'm not letting my parent go because I ain't get that much time with them, but this person had.
Yeah. It gets tricky.
So
man.
then we got two different people. I mean, y'all both might want the best for your parent, but at the time, you got two different sides of emotions going on,
and two different POVs. Like, it's one that's had the time, and one that hasn't had the time for whatever reason. And the person that had the time looking at you like you could have had the time, but you was all lollygagging and you had your own, you living it up. That's how they looking at you.
Yeah, but that
ain't the case.
Might not be the case.
That ain't the case. You just taking care of what you got to take care of. It gets tricky, man. I don't know, man. It makes me want to just really makes me want to really tomorrow get my shit together, because.
But that's crazy.
They want to be able to take care of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that I don't have my shit together, but it's like, you want to be able to help everybody when you know you can't. That's not real. It's not real. It's not realistic. I don't even
know what it consists of. Like,
it's not realistic.
Together, like, how I'm supposed to do this?
Yeah, it's not realistic. You can't help you can't be everything to everybody.
True.
You can't. But you want to. You can't do it. You just have to you got to pick a side, man, and live with it. And can you live with it at the end? And as long as you did the best for everybody, I think that's it. That's the answer. I did the best. As long as you look at yourself in the mirror, you ain't turn your back.
Yeah, but then you got to try to get your other sibling to look at you different now on the same page, because that right there could cause a rift.
It's gonna cause a rift. Especially if they was the one there and you weren't there. They ain't gonna understand that.
They ain't gonna hear nothing.
I've seen this shit time and time again, man. It ain't no right answer to it. It's intentions. Good intentions don't mean shit to the one on the opposite side.
Damn.
So yeah. Think about it, man. Like we getting older. I am, at least. My pops just had a birthday, man. He in good health, God bless. But that's what made me think of that shit. Like my pops, he just had a birthday. January 5th. I know I'm getting older and I'm getting up there. It's like, I got a daughter that's about to graduate high school. It's like, damn, man, I'm of that age where it's like, motherfuckers gonna be looking at me soon, and I'm still out here. La la la. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here like a young gunner and shit. Like, nigga, you old, bro. You get your shit together, bro. You supposed to be taking care of. But they ain't at that point yet, but I want to be prepared. Like, if it ever gets to that, you know. And I don't think a lot of us think about that. It's just we go with the flow, you know. Anyway, if you made it this far, I go by the name of Freaky Enrique.
You already know Bo in the building.
And it's RH, aka Raul.
And this has been another episode of The Legend Has a Podcast. We are the Legendary Visionaries. Go to legendaryvisionary.com and get your merch. Fuck with us, man. Same time, same channel next week. Mop your carpet, read a book. Shout out to my nigga Bodie in the building with the RL varsity jacket. That shit cold, man. I wish y'all could have seen it when he stepped in there, motherfucker, boy.
On one and only.
Woo.